Let's keep going. Ching, swing, boom. Now, I don't want to take too much off down low here because I don't want the tree to die. So I've got to leave on some root base. So I think I might just take off that there. I kind of also want to sit flat. So let's go to here and work our way across. So just trying to make our root base down here flat now. Whoa, look at that rotten part of the trunk. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's the front. Cool rotten trunk part. That could be the front. Whoa. Let's go off. This crossing root. Take that off. Take that off. I think I'm going to take this off too. Whoa, alright. I think we're getting there. I'm getting to the point where I'm fretting about taking too much off. I think that might be enough. Surprisingly, the tree stands up on its own, even at this point. I've taken enough roots off. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a start. It's unique. It's got lots of interesting shapes. It's just one bendy one there. Take off. But yeah, I'm quite liking it. I like a unique tree. I'm so bored of bonsais that are just like the regular wired. They don't look natural, and they're too manicured. I like the authenticity and the sculptural look of a unique tree. Whenever I go to a bonsai show, I'm always drawn straight up to the unique tree. So I know this isn't beautiful. I'm okay with it though. So here it is. After all that, I think this is going to be the front, right? What you're seeing now. Initially, I thought it was going to be this, but then I realized that the tree was going to be leaning away from the viewer, and the root base is actually more interesting over this side. It's got this like kind of creepy hollow part, and there's still roots sweeping down into the soil, and it's got quite a wide base. If I keep the soil level around here, it should be quite an interesting front to the tree. So it's now time to work on the top of the tree. If that's the front, there are certain things that I can do straight away without really having to think about anything. So things like this branch here is coming out on the inside of a curve. I know straight away that that is a no-no and that it's probably just better off removed. So that's what I'm going to do. So bypass, I'm going to come in and make an initial cut. Cut off a bit more first. And that's better. And remember, if you have the roots exposed like this, it's important to make sure that they don't get too dry because they will die. So you've got to keep an eye on them. So I'm just nibbling away at this now. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Some other things that I can fix. This branch here, this one that curves and comes straight across, comes across the back of this trunk, comes across the back of this one, and it also has a shoot coming off here to the left. So if I make a cut here, it'll get rid of that crossing branch, but also leave the potential for this branch over this way to grow out. So, this branch here comes in towards the center of the tree. So that's going to come off. Clean up the cut point with my branch pruners. Now this branch here is coming straight at the viewer, and it has one coming up. And I know straight up and down branches aren't ideal, so this is too much of an eye poker, this one. Bye! Got some unique taste in bonsai. The tree is still too tall, so I think this is dead wood, but this one behind it is alive, so I might just take this dead wood off. It was going to come off anyway. Alright. Love it. It's the craziest tree ever. This bit up here is really, really thick, this length here, considering it's so high up in the tree. And there are two branches coming off here. So I might make this branch here, my new leader, and make a huge bypass cut right through here. This is a big cut. Here he goes. Come on, pruners. Oh, big one. Yeah, that's much better. The tree's still super tall, so I'm gonna make some interesting cuts here. 1, 2. Now, and you can see the leaf scars. I'm cutting it down to a leaf scar that I want the new branch to grow in the direction of, so this one that way. We'll leave all this foliage down here just in case. And then look at this, man. That's it. I love it. Okay, because this is a new bonsai, well, new to the bonsai collection, and it's got a long way to go before refinement or, you know, a proper canopy or anything like that, I'm going to plant it in this old pot that has a lot of patina on it. This isn't a bonsai pot, I know that, but I kind of like it anyway. I just like all of its patina and age. And it's going to give this tree a lot of room to grow new roots, because I'm going to be planting it quite close to the top, the tree itself. So there'll be a lot of soil volume in here. And it'll give the tree an opportunity to bounce back. All of these cut points that have no foliage on them, hopefully, fingers crossed, most of them will just bud out with new foliage. That's usually what happens with Scheffleras. I have another Schefflera, Dwarf Schefflera, that I cut right back like this with no foliage on any of the branches, and it's bounced back tremendously. So, first things first, drainage screen to cover the hole in the pot. Now, I've got this bag of soil. We'll start with that. It's going to take a lot of soil. This is actually bonsai mix. I don't actually like this one. I prefer the succulent and cacti mix that you can buy from Bunnings. but I'm going to put almost the whole bag in. As I said, I am going to be planting this tree right near the top. I'm going to keep filling it up. And I'm making a mound in the center of the pot that I'm going to be able to snuggle the tree into. You can almost see the top of the mound poking out. And let's see, this is the front. And you might have to swivel the tree a little to get it in. Fill in all the gaps. Try and get all the pockets in between the roots filled. You don't want to leave any big air gaps. And for a tree this size with roots this thick at this stage of its life, you can just use your hands and your fingers to fill the gaps. You don't even need a tool to do it. Make sure all those roots that I wanted pointing down to the soil are actually facing down. As I said, this pot is taking a lot of soil, but this tree is absolutely going to love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my turning a houseplant into the first steps of a bonsai life. I really like it. I had a lot of fun. This is the kind of bonsai work that I really like getting into. This is such a cool thing, and I think it's going to turn out really, really nice, especially if all of these branches leaf out into this big canopy. And I'm going to try and get it to grow aerial roots all off these branches. I might pop it in the greenhouse to get the humidity up, but all in all, I really like it. I'll give you a full rotation of the final product. And even though it's not in a bonsai pot, it kind of has a cool effect. So that's the front that I decided on. The left hand side, the back, the other side, and back to the front. Let's give it a water and put it out with the rest of the collection. See you later. Thanks for watching.